de Mayo, May 5th, 2026. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, my name's Eric, and I teach people how to make money by buying and selling sports cards. And the purpose of this podcast is just simply to help people get going, making money with cards. I answer people's questions about business, life, personal, all that fun stuff. I truly enjoy doing this. If I could do this every day, I would, but I can't. And usually on Tuesdays, I kind of just like to go on eBay and kind of show you guys me just buying cards in real life, just live. I figure that's one of the best ways to kind of show you guys and give you guys value. While I wait for you guys to join, let me share the good old screen here. Hop over to eBay. I actually haven't been on eBay in like 5-6 days, but let's take a look. So I'm starting to buy basketball. You can see I have this query search in here for basketball. I'm starting to buy some of the guys that are out of the playoffs. Speaking of that, you guys want to hear, actually, before I go into that, guys want to hear a Greek tragedy? This is bad. The Spurs lost to the Wolves last night. Your boy, I was talking about betting the Wolves to win the series all day in the office, all day. And reason being, Julius Randle's actually really good at guarding Wembanyama. The Wolves have won 2 out of 3 against the Spurs in the regular season, and the Wolves are just always good in the playoffs. And I forgot to bet it at plus 600, I think it was, and now the odds are probably way worse, and so now I can't bet it. But terrible, just terrible. I had it. I talked about it all day, and just bothers me. This is something I would buy if they lost in the playoffs, Mr. Tyrese Maxey. But now you can see now I'm starting to buy some basketball and football. Oh, this is nice. Your boy Jalen Johnson, Blue Bowman, or no, not Blue Bowman, Chrome Blue Prism. I wonder what this sells for. He's a good player. He averaged like over 20 a game. 2021 Blue Prism Jalen out of 199. Maybe I have to put Jalen. There's too many Jalens. Jalen Johnson. So let's see. This one sold for $587, but this was the Hawks were in the playoffs. Yes, they were. I like this card. Look how much his values went up. Wow, it's went up a lot. He was on. Where was Jalen Johnson? Was he a Tar Heel? Do I remember seeing him on the Tar Heels? Just curious. Oh, Duke. Really? He was on Duke? Was he that good on Duke? I don't remember him on Duke. But anyways, this looks like a good card to buy. I actually really want this. I'm going to bid on this right now. I think this is going to end dumb cheap. And by the way, the reason I stopped sharing my screen while I bid is because people on here steal my cards. So I stopped being that nice. Let's see, Jalen Johnson. What do we want to bid here? Dun, dun, dun. All right, we got that bid in. That's a nice one. That's a nice find right there. So I think something like that could pop off at the National Card Show. I love Blue Prism. You can't go wrong with it. Cade, LaMelo. LaMelo's not a bad buy right now, I think. I think they're going to improve. If there's a decent LaMelo card, I wouldn't be opposed to buying it. Cade Blue, that's a nice card. Oh, that's a nice card. If they were out of the playoffs, I would definitely buy it. You can see everybody's selling Cade and Maxey because of, they've been going off. Maxey's a dog. He didn't have a good game yesterday against my Knicks, but that boy is built different. He's really good. Let's see, what else is there? Scotty Barnes. He's really good too. If this was numbered out of 99, I don't know. I might bid on this. Let's see. What do these do? Let's see. 20. What is this? 21? 21. Scotty National Treasures. It usually isn't a card I would buy, but PSA. Wow, it does this cheap? He's this cheap? Scotty Barnes? Am I missing something? Was he not college? Scotty Barnes is really good. Oh my God. That's disgustingly cheap. If that was numbered out of 99, I would definitely buy it. But holy crap. Maxi again. Eamon Thompson. Eamon Thompson may not be a bad buy. His stuff is going to be cheap right now. Let's see what this does. Eamon Thompson. There's some good stuff out there. Optic Contenders Auto 2023. What is this? Premium edition. Let's see what. Oh. What am I missing here? Optic. Is this numbered? This is not numbered. This is just premium. Why can't I find it? And why is this so cheap? $117? That's crazy. Oh, it's just regular contenders. Oh, that's why. Regular contenders. Premium. What does this do? Are there any 10 sales of this card? A PSA 9 did 114. A PSA 9, PSA 10 did 379 in April. Oh, wow. One did. So you can see how much his value went down over the course of the season. One that they were doing 800 and one did 379 recently. So let's bid on this. I like this. There's a lot of stuff. My God. A lot of good stuff here. Let's bid on this too. Nobody's buying this stuff right now. I just think you can get it for so cheap. This is the definition of buying, guys. Well, they're in the toilet. Like, who wants Eamon Thompson right now? Nobody. That's the answer. Dude, this is so cheap. I can't believe. Oh, I thought this was a PSA 10. Okay, that's not a PSA 10. That is authentic. Not a PSA 10. Jalen Johnson, Orange Wave. Tyrese Maxey. I like buying. I'm gonna try to buy Maxey once he's out of the playoffs. Silver Prism, Scotty. These are hard to grade. What are these doing? Mr. Scotty Barnes, Silver Prism, PSA 10. Why are these? Oh, I'm sorting by price, not date sold. I'm an idiot. Last one at 200. It was doing like 150, 130. Let's see. 130. I'm going to try to buy color. I don't know if I'm going to try to buy that. Wow. Look at that. Oh, my God. That's a crazy card. That's a really nice card of Tyrese Maxey. Scotty Barnes, Mr. Cade Cunningham. Amen Thompson, Mosaic. That's also a nice card. Come on. Where's like the guys that are out of the playoffs? What about like, let me mix up this search a little bit. What if we expand it a little bit? Because I think there's guys I'm missing. Prism PSA 10. Can we sort by basketball? And can we look at auctions that are at least $200 with at least one bid? And can we sort by basketball? Let's see what pops up now. This kid's pretty good, Denny. The Trailblazers stink. That's the problem. Giannis. I think Giannis could be a decent buy. Stuff like this. I'm going to buy. So I was planning on buying Giannis at card shows. But let me see what his stuff's at now. Nope, that's autographed. Selling for like 500-ish. What are these at? This is his selects. I bid on one of these. I'm going to bid on this. I'm going to bid. Let's see. What should I bid here? All right, let's get that bid in. Also, I'm going to bid on this other card of Giannis. I'm going to bid on... I like these selects. Select Prism 2013. Select Prism. What are these doing? Oh, wow. They're doing numbers. 1,400. 1,100. 1,300. Okay. Let me give this a quick bid, too. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, my Lord. I'm having a field day right now. Let's bid on that, too. See if we could snipe some of these at some low prices. before they go up in value. This is like buying Jaden Daniels back in January. His stuff's up a lot since then. It's kind of the way I view it. Anthony Edwards, he's obviously really good. Caitlin Clark, I only really buy Caitlin Clark to grade. Luka, well, they're still in the playoffs, so he might be coming back, right? Luka, I don't know what the deal with that is. I hear different stuff all the time. Wemby, Bronny, Bronny PSA 10. Tyrese, you can see people are really, a lot of them are selling stuff that of guys that are in the playoffs because wow, that's this insane card. I had one of these, dude. I had one of these. What was it? Was it a Beckett? I think it was a PSA 10. I sold it for $11,000. I think 11,500. I sold it for. I bought it for like 9,900. I bought two of them at the National Card Show. There's a video from I think 2 years ago. I thought I was cool making like $2,000 on them, and not cool anymore, right? That stuff went up a ton in value. Jokic isn't a bad buy either. His stuff's definitely sure took a little bit of a hit after they lost in the playoffs. Tatum. I like Scotty Barnes. I like that buy a lot. Let me just see. I just want to look at what Scotty Barnes are ending before I start taking callers here. I'm just curious. It's so cheap for someone who's really good. Let me just see which Scotties are ending. Let's see. Out of 75, Silver Prism. Okay, so there's not a lot. I want to start looking for this stuff at car shows. Yeah, a lot of good buys in basketball. Basketball's kind of been revived a little bit with all the good youthful young talent. Been enjoying your insights. Thank you. Scotty does seem undervalued. Yep. Thoughts on buying Braun for the boom when he retires? Randy, there's not really going to be a boom when he retires because people kind of expect it. So probably not a great idea. There's just better ways to put your money in. Usually guys don't pop up when they retire. Everybody knows he's going to retire. So it's not like some surprising thing. All right, here we go. Callers, if you want to call in, 813-618-2075. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, concerns, if you think I'm dumb, if you think I'm smart, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer anybody's questions. So do you guys like the mic when it's straight like this? Or is it better when it's to the side? Kind of like it to the side. But there we go. There we go, Mike. I'm like really OCD about this stuff, so it's got to be like absolutely straight. Or else it bothers me. No callers? We got shy people today? Damn. There we go. Queue is open, my friends. I'm sure the first caller will come here very soon. Oh, crap. No callers yet. We will give this a second. Okay, I can't do the mic right in front of me. It bothers me too much. Can't do that. All right. Wow, you guys are shy today. I'll answer some questions in the chat for the time being. Is there added value to the first graded PSA 10 card? Yes, there is. Usually the first PSA 10 goes for much more than the next few PSA 10s. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, Eric.
What's up, Walter?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? That's where my Spanish ends, my friend. I didn't do well in high school.
I know. Hey, but I hear you. You're doing like a one word per videos. I always hear you saying at least one word in Spanish, so that's good. That's good.
I'm getting there.
How you been?
Been good.
Doing good. Oh,
Been
okay.
good. Can't complain.
Right.
How about you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm just at work, starting my route right now.
Oh, cool. How can I make your route a little bit better? How can I help?
So, I just heard you talking about Caitlin Clark. You only buy her to grade, right?
Yeah, for the most part. Yep.
I noticed her Prism cards like are kind of like the PSA 10s. When you look at the pictures, and they're kind of everywhere. Like the centering, you see like bad centering, and there's still 10.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it don't even make sense. Like, I've seen cards that I'm like, man, like I would think this is an 8 just because of the centering is so bad, and it's a 10. So, anyways, my question is, with her, would you still be more like the fact that you see that a lot, like that PSA 10s? Would you be more? I don't know how to say it. Like, have more room with your. Because I have one card of her, and I feel like the centering is kind of off a little bit, but it's way better than the 10s that I see.
It's I gotta see the card. Pia, keep in mind, Caitlin Clark's cards came out a few years ago, and PSA's gotten stricter since then. So you want to keep that in mind. But it just depends on the card. Some cards that care about the centering more, some less. But it's a card dependent question. But if it is off centered, I would say odds are it will not grade.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit off center, and it's one of those cards that you're like, it's a hit or miss. So, but then I seen so many bad PSA 10s that I'm like, man, I kind of want to send this in because they're so bad.
What's the card?
Blue laser.
Those are kind of easy to grade. I would yeah, I might I'd probably send that in. The gem rate on those is going to be pretty high.
And would you send that in like with a faster, meaning because the season is about to start?
No, with Caitlin Clark, it doesn't really matter all too much because she's kind of like an icon and a legend. So it doesn't really matter with her. Yeah.
At all. Hey man, one more thing.
Yeah.
Last Friday, so I'm off on Fridays. And not last Friday, the one before, I went to Target and I saw they were doing like a Pokemon line, I guess.
Yep.
So I just went ahead and did that line. And all I want to say, I mean, it is unbelievable because I flipped my money at the parking lot. Crazy. When I bought. And I didn't even go there for that. I was actually looking for the Bowman, that day the Bowman came out.
Yep.
The Bowman basketball, so I was looking for that. But anyways, all I'm going to say is I know why people talk crap about all this Pokemon people.
Why?
And I'm sorry. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, they just they fight with each other. Like one of them got kicked out because he left the line to go buy food, and they were a little group, and I don't know. They started arguing. I mean, I was with my kid, and I was like, I'm not even. If I'm doing this again, I'm not taking my kid again to do this line or anything like that. It's just awful.
Yeah, I believe it. I've seen videos of people like trampling each other, like running through the store like they're 5 years old. But they're doing that because they're gonna flip it to make money. It's kind of like remember when consoles used to come out, like the first PlayStation or Xbox, and people would run for it. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, but it was just crazy. The things that you see there is like, man, I can't believe, why would you fight over cards? Like, you guys are arguing. Like, he just left to grab some food.
Yeah, that's people, man.
Well,
that's people.
Yeah, I'll keep listening to you, man. Thanks for all you do.
All right, Walter. Thank you, sir.
All right, cool.
All right, bye-bye. Come on, Eileen. Antonio, we're calling you back, buddy.
Good morning.
What's up, Antonio?
Hey, what's up, Eric?
What's up, dude? How can I help?
Just got a couple things real quick.
Do it.
I got a new one, so hopefully it doesn't pop off on me real quick while I'm holding him. Glad to see you back on the coffee train, man. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's decaf. I just like the taste of coffee, so it's hard. It's like just nice in the morning. But yeah, it's decaf because the caffeine, I don't really need it. It would just like make me crash. So
Ooh, that's a good one. I do the same thing for non-alcoholic beer. They've finally made so many now that a couple are good. So I have a couple, and now I don't get all bloated, and the rest I'll kind of have three non-alcoholics. But anyways, for I've been getting cooked, man, on bids, and I was wondering, like, what's your parameter when you're going for to snipe a bid? Like, I know you look at recent last comps. I mean, you got to tell me I know you hide it from us now, but just like, like, do you go a couple bucks over or three? I know five, or like, what's the? Because if you really want it, I mean, you're gonna double the money. But what's the
well,
safe bet?
are you buying it? It just depends on the card. Are you buying something graded? Like, I don't know if you were watching me in the beginning of the podcast, but I am bidding under the last few comps. I'm trying to buy some graded basketball right now because I know not many people are bidding on that stuff, and it's going to go cheap. So, but if it's something that's hot or something that I think could grade well and the numbers make sense, I'll be very aggressive. So it's a depends on the card.
Oh, okay, so it's ungraded. It'd be like, just for example, because like you said, it's gonna be basketball season, so would it be like some Curry? I've been trying to go after him for a couple of them, some of his blues and some of his other top finest blue.
Uh, all that stuff. I mean, that stuff's
So the new
hot.
Topps Chrome 2025. So, but
Yeah, that stuff. I would be conservative with that stuff, but you're gonna get cooked on bids, like you're saying, because people are willing to overbid. But that stuff's gonna come down in value most likely in the next month or two. So I'm not buying that stuff at all. But yeah, with that stuff, you have to be aggressive. You have to bid probably around the last comp and depending on the condition, because the product's newer, people know they want to get it graded. If it looks good and it's well centered, it's going to go for more. So you might even, if it's in good condition, you might need to pay 10 to 15% more than the last comp. And then it gets risky because if it gets a 9 and you get it back in 2 months and the card's worth less, you lose your ass. So
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, oh man, what do I do right now? So I guess that's probably what hold off. So that's why we're in this weird area right now where I'm kind of in a lull where I don't know if I'm gonna get my slowing down on football because I might not get him back, and then basketball's kind of still up and down unless you got the people in the they're not in the playoffs, of course, like you said, like some of the rooks.
yeah, I mean, football, you should be able to get football back before the season starts. I mean, and then as you get closer to the season, you want to start buying just slightly higher end cards so you can use a faster end service so you get it back. Just, but even the lowest end service, it's like, even if it's 3 months door to door, you still have more than enough time
Oh, okay, so when would you cut off your football?
for which, for like, I would stop buying $100 football cards using like the $20 service in like, let's see, July, probably latest June 1st, absolute latest.
Oh, nice.
You're kind of pushing it there, but then I would just go up a level to like the 60 business day level, and then buy for the next few weeks, then go up a little bit more. So you just want to go up as you get closer to the season, so you don't get screwed, and the cards come back when the season starts and it's down and it's worth less.
All right, and then one last one. So for the new Topps Chrome product, we kind of fell into Prism and what all of theirs are worth, kind of like the silver base Prism silver and all of that. Like, which Topps Chrome kind of compared to those? I know you still want to stick to the true colors for
So
Topps Chrome, right? Your blue, reds, and
no,
everything here.
you don't have to. Topps Chrome is kind of like Prism, so everything's kind of good. Some are better than others, but it's all liquid. It's all good.
All right, that sounds good.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Sweet,
Let's see what
Antonio.
these new series do, man. We're almost done with the finals.
Yeah, no. But yeah, any other questions? Feel free to let me know.
All right, brother.
All right, bye. Come on, Eileen. Canada, I see you called. You got to call me, but right after this caller. So I'm just giving you a heads up because I can't call you.
Morning.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Travis from Illinois. How you doing?
What's up, Travis? How can I help?
Yeah, this may be a silly question, but yeah, I've noticed you sent tons of cards to PSA, obviously, and I'm sure you've sent plenty in bulk orders and also like the regular service a faster way. In your experience, have you ever thought that maybe you do a little bit better on your grade scoring when you send in for like regular service or faster on bigger cards?
No,
Maybe even
honestly,
no.
it's the opposite. It's harder to get good grades on bigger cards usually.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of speaking in terms of the service. So if you send
Okay.
something in, if you send something in for faster service, like your regular service compared to a bulk order, would you say you might be maybe even just a few percent higher chance of getting a better grade by sending it in, spending more money with them?
No,
No,
they
not at
don't.
all.
They don't give a shit. They know you're coming back. And also keep in mind, the person grading your card is an hourly employee getting paid $25 an hour. He doesn't care about your repeat business. He's just looking at the card and deciding what the grade should be.
Okay. Another question, kind of piggyback off that. So these guys that are sitting there grading their cards, I'm sure some graders are tougher than others, I would assume, right?
Some, yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. Yeah, some are. I remember when I used to send cards to Beckett before like the pandemic. There were graders. Just we knew them by name, and we used to call one of them Stevie Wonder because he would give everything a 9.5 and a 10. So yeah,
Okay, so let's say you're sending in bulk orders and you can send in 20 plus cards for a bulk order. I mean, you can send in 30 or 40 or whatever. Would it be wisest to, if you have tons of cards to send in multiple bulk orders, just kind of cap it at 20 to kind of hedge your bets on a tough grader? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
So
then at
you're
the
not,
same time, you maybe if you sent it in one order, they'd all go to an easy grader. It's just
right.
you're worrying about things that aren't in your control, and it's just going to cause you headache. I would just send in cards as fast as possible to get them back as fast as possible.
Gotcha. I'm just
Yeah,
kind of thinking, I don't know.
it's a good
I
thought.
don't know.
It's a good
Maybe
thought.
too much. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you are thinking too much. If you're having trouble grading cards, just all it is, it's simply it's just a lack of skill. Like you just haven't done it enough. It's no different than shooting a free throw in basketball. So that's the only thing to worry about. Just getting better at evaluating cards, buying the right types of cards, looking at the gem rate for these cards, all the little things like putting it in the specific box or trying to get an easy grader. These are things out of your control, and I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Do you typically use rubber bands? Does it, or do you use like tape when you're doing the bulk order stuff?
I don't. I put all the cards in like stacked on top of each other. Then I put it
Uh
in a
huh.
small bubble mailer and wrap that bubble mailer around itself so it's like tight.
Okay.
So I
So you don't, and you just keep them together that way with like some cardboard protectors on the outside
yes,
or whatever.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't sent any in yet, and I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right because I don't know, just a little nervous, and I don't know.
Good. You should be nervous. That's how you know you're doing something good.
Right on. Okay. Any other new players for buys on NBA? I mean, I know you're looking at Ace and maybe Little Fears or VJ or somebody, but anybody new kind of come across your mind you're thinking about?
Mm, yeah. Nah. Really, those guys, and just any of the guys that are not playing in the playoffs, I'll buy any of them.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
yeah, really, I know it's a broad answer, but anything that looks good, where the gem rate makes sense, the numbers make sense, and as long as he's not in the playoffs right now and his values come down, I'll buy him. I don't care.
Gotcha. All
Yep.
right. All right. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you.
All right. Thanks, Travis.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Canada. You got to call me back. I cannot call you, so I'll give you like 60 seconds to call me. By the way, the queue is open after Mr. Canada calls me. Let's see. Dump the coffee. Get you a pre-workout, 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine. That's insane. 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine. How do you feel on that? That's crazy. Like if I took that much, I'd be like jittery. If I have a coffee with actual caffeine in it, I think there's like what's there 60 milligrams of caffeine. I'm jittery. I'm jittery after like a few sips of coffee. I'm very caffeine sensitive. I'm actually sensitive. It's funny. I'm actually sensitive to everything. So like drugs, alcohol, caffeine, smoking weed. Even in my heyday drinking back in college, where I was going out two to three times a week. Lightweight, 2 drinks, gone. Feeling way too good for 2 drinks. It's still like that to this day. I don't understand really why I'm like that. Just maybe I'm a baby. All right, Canada. Mr. Canada.
Eric, how's it going, man?
What's up, man? What's your name?
It's Michael.
Michael. Yeah, sorry I can't call you. It doesn't let me call Canadian numbers.
It's all good, man.
Are you from Edmonton?
Really quick. I am in Edmonton. Yeah. You bet.
I'm sorry about that, man. Rough way to end the season.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really pay attention to hockey. I'm one of the very few here. I'll pay attention if they're in the playoffs. That's about it. So it was a very short attention span this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully the Oilers do something good with McDavid because I don't know how much longer he'll be there if they don't win.
Yeah, I feel bad for the dude.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. This is really random. I'm gonna say something really random before I let you answer your question. For some reason,
Okay.
I'm on Facebook. Whenever I go on Facebook to scroll on cards, I get recommended a Facebook group called Edmonton Singles. Like not single cards, like single people, and they like post themselves.
Oh, wow.
And there's some real interesting people in Edmonton. They'll post themselves and give like a little biography. And I don't know why I get recommended this Edmonton singles person Facebook group, but I do.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's very strange. People are like posting themselves like with their shirts off on a mountain, but they're like shouldn't be pictures of them with shirts off because they're way overweight. It's like, wow, these guys are just it's some interesting stuff. If you want a good laugh, go on the Facebook group Edmonton Singles. It's a good one. But anyways,
I'll have to check that out.
Anyways, Michael, how can I help?
Yeah, I got a quick question on autographs. Yeah, you actually just got me thinking there when you were talking about Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
When would it be a good situation to authenticate an auto, and how much is that really increasing the value? And I guess the context for my question is coming from, I'm going to be setting up as a vendor actually, at a card show in September for the first time, and I just want to have a good mix of cards. And yeah, it's kind of where I'm coming from with that. I have an old Scotty Barnes rookie card that's auto. It's nothing crazy. It's like a good wins champions, but I'm just going to know like when it won't gem. I know it's got a couple imperfections on it. It's in good condition, but it won't gem. But when would be a good time to authenticate, and how does that increase the value?
It doesn't. So I would not do it. Authenticated with a 10 autograph doesn't really increase the value unless it's some special card. So I wouldn't. Really, with modern cards, if you're grading them, it'll increase its value if it gets a PSA 10 or a high grade with another grading company. That's it. So I wouldn't waste your money or time. You'd rather sell it raw. It's more liquid raw because people will buy to grade it, even though it's in rough condition, because a lot of people don't know what to look for when grading cards. So save your money. It's probably not worth it.
Okay, I kind of figured as much, but I appreciate that, man.
Cool. Any other questions?
That's it. That's all I got today for you. No, that's it, man.
All right, Michael. Stay warm over there.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, thank you. Cambridge, Massachusetts. Isn't that where Harvard is? Or is that England? That is it. Oh, it's Cambridge. Oxford's in England. All right. Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric? You are live?
Hey, what's going on, brother? It's Mario calling again. How you doing, man?
What's up, Mario? How can I help?
Not much, man. Just trying to get your take on the new Topps Chrome football. I mean, the prices are all over the place. Just for like the simple fact that it's new, like people are trying to set the market instead of following the market. And I just want to get your take, like what you think is going to happen with Topps and football going forward. You think it's going to be like this every release, at least for like the next year? Because think about it, like Topps 25 just came out. They just had the NFL draft, and then I'm guaranteeing in October, Topps 2026 football Chrome's probably going to come out. So like, I feel like they're doing the exact same thing that they did with the Topps 2025 basketball, where they dropped, Topps basketball, then the black target boxes, and then the Topps Chrome, and then they're just like going to be pumping products out. So like, I think it's like going to be like this for a while, but just want to get your take on it, because like what I've been doing is just buying singles of like players. Like when I see people open the boxes, like, hey, I'll buy that for like $10 or whatever. So like I've never bought a Topps Chrome box. I'm just buying singles. So I just wanted to see if that's a good strategy. Like, what do you think it's going to do to the hobby going forward, just primarily for football?
Yeah. So, okay. So there's a lot to say about that, but to answer your first question of the prices being all over the place, so this isn't just the Topps Chrome thing. Every time a product comes out, whether it's Prism, I know they don't have the license anymore, so now it's Topps Chrome. It's always high. It's always high and erratic when it starts out, and the reason is because it starts out high, right? Just simply, there's not a lot of supply. There's not a lot of them in the world yet. As packs and boxes are being opened, as the supply goes up, the demand just naturally goes down. So that's why prices drop. But prices are erratic because, number one, most people who are buying them don't know what they're doing. Not saying you, but just a lot of people are new money. They don't know how to look at comps and all that stuff. And number two, people are just vastly overpaying, not only because they don't know what they're doing, but because if they think something's in good condition, they'll pay $500 for a card, even if it sells for $300, because once again, they don't really know what they're doing. So that's why the prices are all over the place. So for football, you'll see it slowly settle down. And once the season starts and people realize that Jackson Dart is probably not the next Patrick Mahomes, and Shador Sanders is whatever, and these guys settle down, then the prices will settle, really, really settle once they start playing. It's also the first year of Topps. They just got the license, so there's extra hype because of that. But for all those reasons, unless it's like a really unique card where I know I'm getting in good, I stay far away. Like, I'm actually buying Prism right now, like Prism football.
Me too. Yeah.
So for that reason, so like my simple answer, I'll tell you what I tell all my thousands of students is to stay away, because it's just, could you make money? Yes, but it's just way too risk. And I like to teach predictable money. Not, I can't tell you, where these values will be in a few months, because it's just so all over the place. But once they start playing, you'll see it settle down. Like, Jackson Dart, for example, if I had to take a bet, his value would be half of what it is today in 9 months from now. I would take that bet.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't buy any rookies like their first year.
Yeah,
I always wait, see what it does and stuff like that. And speaking on the Panini Prism, obviously, like, they changed the cards from previous years, but like the centering just seems to be like all over the place. Like the anchor points on the left and right, the cards are very, very hard to tell. So haven't been grading much in the last month just because, but I have been doing it like as best as I can. But I don't know if you've seen the market really. I mean, you probably have, but like, all those kaijus and stuff like that, all those cases from Topps Chrome, they've dropped over 70%.
Oh yeah.
In the last 3-4 weeks. And it's absolutely crazy.
Dude,
like,
this is why
so many people are getting stuck holding the bag.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is just sport. This is just how sports cards works. People can't control themselves. They can't control except by the hype. This will never stop, which is good, because if you know what you're doing, it makes it easier to make money. So this is why, like, I'll just defend myself here for a second. Like, I had people coming up to me at a card show I was at in New Jersey a few weeks ago when Topps Chrome just came out, and they would come up to me with like a Kaiju Jaden Daniels, and the last sale would be $5,000, and they'd come up to me and say, "Hey man, how much? I'll sell you my Kaiju for $4,500 right now. The last one is $5,000." And I would tell them, "Dude, it's just not something I'm buying. I apologize." And they would force me to make an offer. They'd be like, "Come on, just offer me. Just offer me. You can't insult me." I'd be like, "Okay, $1,000." And then they would get pissed off and walk away. So
I mean, you got to be real with people, because like people are trying to move cards quick. Like, I learned this lesson. I pulled a Shador Sanders manga from Prism Draft Picks, right? He was in his college uniform. Really, nobody really gives a shit about college uniforms once they're pro anyway, right?
Yep.
But like within 48 hours from the time I pulled that card, and this was like the last box I bought for 2026, I was going out with a bang. The $235 box, that manga went for $6,300. Within 48 hours, it dropped to like $4,000. Yep. So I got lucky and sold it for $4K like 2 days later at a card show.
Yeah, dude. So, that's how
you gotta move them quick. If you're gonna rip, gotta move it quick.
Yeah, especially
if it's new product.
Especially if it's new. That's why, like, really new stuff, is it even worth it to get graded? Probably not, because it's going to go down in value. But I would say
on the raw sale price is going to be more expensive than the PSA 10 price, and you got to gauge it. It doesn't make sense.
Yep. And then I would say on the Prism stuff you were talking about, like, it's actually so if you type in, like, let me look this up, like, like 2025 Prism darts, they're actually, the Prism stuff's in really good condition compared to other years. So the only main problem is the surface. But if you look, like, if I pull up a okay. So, excuse me. The main problem is the centering, not the surface. So the main problem is the centering on this stuff, but the rest is pretty good. So if you go to like gemrate.com, for example, and you look up some of these cards, if you look up a like a silver laser prism dart 2025, this card gems at 63% of the time. That's really freaking high for prism. And this card could be bought, let's see, what are these doing now? A PSA 10's 260 and a raw's like $50. And this card, the great thing about this card is if you look at like the drop off, let's look at silver laser prism dart. If you look at am I spelling something wrong? Silver laser prism. What am I spelling wrong here? Prism laser prism dart. Maybe it's not silver. So this card has come down a lot in value already. It started out in January at like $125. Now raw today's like 40, $50. So you don't have to worry about it taking a drop off the face of the earth like the Topps Chrome stuff. I think Prism's a great buy right now because of that. And it's the same shit I always say, right? You just want to zig when everyone else zags. That's how to make money in cards. You do the opposite of what most people are doing, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool, man. I appreciate it, brother. I don't want to take up too much of your time, man.
Yeah, well, thank you. Hopefully I helped. Any other future questions, feel free to call in.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, we got Mississippi. Baby girl, what's your name?
Hello, this is David from Texas.
David, you got Eric. You are live.
How you doing? Second time caller.
Cool. Welcome. Welcome again.
Yeah, I was the retired psychology instructor that decided to work out in the oil field and started to use or do cards as
Nice.
a side hustle. So I have a question, and this may be a broad question, but
Sure.
I've been in it a couple of years, and I'm making about $2,000 a month. But I think I need to focus. I think I need to narrow my focus of what I'm buying and selling.
Okay.
I've experimented with sports cards, One Piece, Pokemon, even got into some, what do you call it, Dragon Ball Z. So in your experience, where have you found the most, I guess, success? Obviously, besides sports cards. Or should you just focus on sports cards and just forget all the others?
Yeah. Well, I mean, where I've seen the most success is obviously sports cards. Pokemon and One Piece are easier. They're easier to make smaller amounts of money in Pokemon because the gem rates on these cards are higher. They're easier to find. They're easier to look at. But sports cards, there's much more money to be made because of the timing of the market, and you can really buy things cheap and predict when they're going to go up in value. But so you're talking to someone that thinks sports cards is just a better money-making opportunity as a whole. So I would suggest narrowing in on one focus, and I would suggest sports cards for the simple reason that Pokemon, you don't know where the market's going to go. Like it crashed kind of in December, January, then it picked back up. And if you have a bunch of cards sitting at PSA and the whole Pokemon market's gone down, well, you're kind of crap out of luck. That doesn't really happen with sports cards because these cards go up and down based on the seasons. So that's why a lot of what I'm buying right now, I'm starting to buy basketball, football. I've been buying, and I'm going to sell it before the season starts because once the season starts, a lot of these guys are going to underperform and it'll crash. And then I'm going to go into buying baseball. So it's very predictable. So that's why I prefer sports cards.
Yeah, I found that when you're involved in so much, I just cannot keep up with the research of each, of these different aspects, and knowing what to buy, knowing what to sell, knowing what to grade.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm more of a sports card person, being an ex-coach, and so would you guess if we just focus on sports cards, football,
baseball and basketball.
Yep, those are the
Leave out soccer, leave out hockey, leave out.
Yeah, I would, to
whatever.
keep your life simple. And if you think about business, like in terms of general business, yeah, have you ever heard the saying the riches are in the niches?
No,
So,
I have not heard that.
so what that means is when you first start a business, you don't want to start doing everything. You want to niche down and get good at one specific thing, then branch out. So
Yeah.
think about Amazon, for example, right? Amazon didn't start at what it is today with food and TV and all this crazy stuff. All they did was sell books online, and they got really good at that, and then it grew from there. So if you do everything, you're doing nothing because you can't properly learn something, and you must branch out. So the riches are in the niches, and you must start with a singular focus. And if it was up to me, I would say, hey, be even more granular and just focus on football. But you can't do that because with sports cards, if you really want to make the most amount of money, you need to do all three of the big sports, like you just mentioned. So, yeah, you want to niche down, and then once you get good at cards, then you go into One Piece, Pokemon, etc.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, I appreciate your input on that, and thanks again for your content.
Awesome,
I watch
man.
your videos every day.
Thanks, man.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. I think that's it for the callers. Good stuff. Thanks, Rex. We got time for one more caller. If any of you find people want to call in, I'm sure someone will call here in the next 10, 15 seconds. Really enjoying your insights. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try to give back as much as I possibly could. One more caller. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting. I'll give it 30 more seconds. I know it's a little delayed. Who you guys got winning the finals? I think I asked this question yesterday, but the better question is, can anyone besides the Thunder win the finals? My Knicks look good, man. They look real good. They are electric on offense. They're just scoring from all angles. Have you guys seen Mitchell Robinson shoot free throws? So his free throw percentage, the Knicks backup center on the season, was like 38%. This guy, I can't. Maybe some of you basketball guys could explain this to me. His free throw has no arc. It's just a line drive, which is okay if you're Kobe Bryant. You can shoot like that. But if you just put some arc on the damn ball, it gives you margin for error. It could bounce off the front, the side of the rim, and go in. The way he shoots a basketball, it's like, and it's just straight. And I'm thinking to myself, this guy is the best trainers in the world and all the money in the world to fix this shot. How is it the same exact shot every single year? And it's terrible because he's a liability, and teams will just foul him like hack a Shaq, but hack a Mitchell, and then he just misses, and they have to take him out of the game sometimes. So, yeah, maybe can someone explain that to me? How someone could be so bad at shooting free throws, but not only bad, just never fixing it. Maybe he needs to do like my dad always says he needs to do like a Rick Barry, and Rick Barry shot 90%, and he did it underhand. So, yeah. But I got to head out of here. I have a call at 10:55. Hope everybody enjoyed this. We will be back tomorrow on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Like, comment, subscribe,